Hey, what's up guys? Pigmask here, casting today a game from The Defense 3. I don't know exactly when this game took place or when what grouping it was in. I'm not sure of that. I have to look it up. But we're looking at a game between No Tidehunter and SvenHunterz. No Tidehunter won DreamHack, so that's pretty cool, right? And No Tidehunter won DreamHack very recently. That was last month, I believe. End of last month, beginning of this month, and I don't really know much about SvenHunterz. I'm not terribly familiar with them. To be honest, I'm not terribly familiar with either team, so I'm going into this a little bit blind, and yeah, I can only assume that we won't see a Tidehunter, and if we see a Sven, God help us all. But you know, we'll see. We'll see. Both are popular heroes. Sven especially is a very popular hero. So right now we're looking at bans. We've got a Bounty Hunter ban. I'm sorry, a Bat Rider ban from No Tidehunter, and a Wisp ban as well. Bat Rider has been a hero that we've seen banned so much lately, so much since 6.75. Just banned. I don't know if we will ever see him in a game again. That's a bit of an exaggeration. We have seen him played, but he's definitely a popular auto ban. He's a very strong hero, very good at a lot of phases of the game. Someone you don't really want to mess with. He wins early games, and he's a pain once he gets that lasso and once he gets a blink dagger and a force staff. So Bat Rider not a hero that we're gonna see too often, but that's not surprising then that we see him banned at this time. Magnus as well, a hero banned by SvenHunterz. Magnus is a hero that is suddenly an incredibly effective initiator. And he gives a lot of strength to the carry of the team. He has some carry potential as well. So Magnus, a hero that most people don't want to mess around with. Undying picked up as the first pick of the game. No Tidehunter rather, picking up the Undying. So NTH has Undying. It's a hero we see banned quite frequently, actually. The Undying as well, a great teamfight hero, great early game hero, good at counter pushing, good at defending against pushes. So not something anyone wants to mess with at the moment. But SvenHunterz, they're going to have to mess with him because he's in this game. Bounty Hunter was banned a moment ago by SvenHunterz, worth noting. Bounty Hunter, a great side lane hero, a great solo side lane hero, and really once one side, the side that has Bounty, gets going, the gold just starts stacking up. Once you have team fights being won by the Bounty Hunters team, the gold just gets out of control. We see a Templar Assassin pickup and a Chen pickup now by SvenHunterz. So Templar is going to be their mid hero, you have to assume, and Chen is going to be the jungler. Chen, a hero you used to see banned more than you do now, pretty much since the change from banning 3 heroes initially to banning 2 heroes initially. You see Chen sneak through a little bit more. So Chen a great pusher, Chen a great supporter, Chen a great guy all around. Beautiful man, Nobel Peace Prize winner. Chen. So Darkseer and Lone Druid picked up by NTH. So Darkseer is a hero that kind of made it through the auto ban purging that 6.75 brought about. You know, a lot of heroes like Nature's Prophet, like the aforementioned Chen. Heroes like Lycan, though Lycan wouldn't be banned now. Lycan has pretty much fallen out of favor since his nerf. And those are heroes that you would see automatically banned every game, and Darkseer was one of them, and he still is. Maybe the only one that still is an auto ban from pre 6.75. Luna a pickup now from SvenHunterz. Luna is Luna's great at dealing damage. So is Templar. We see a lot of damage right now in SvenHunterz. Templar Assassin, very strong burst damage hero. Luna, a little less about burst damage, but more consistent right-click damage. And then her ultimate Eclipse is very good at dealing damage too. So we're gonna see probably a lot of aggression out of SvenHunterz. A lot of aggression between heroes like Templar and Luna. And Chen can kind of make up for the support that those kinds of heroes lack. And if he can get someone like a Centaur Khan, he can get a good stun. And Templar Assassin's ultimate, her trap, her psionic trap, can really let someone like a Centaur Khan catch up to a fleeing hero and give a stun. So Good team fight heroes for SvenHunterz. Good team fight heroes for taking out single targets anyway. Luna also with her Eclipse, while it will hit multiple heroes, it is best when there are fewer heroes there. So we're going to probably see Templar be focusing someone like Darkseer. While he can get tanky, he is an intelligence hero. So actually right now, honestly, NTH has a pretty beefy team. Undying, of course, by his namesake, does not die. Lone Druid, a strength hero who, with his ultimate, gets a nice health boost. And his bear as well, very tanky. Darkseer builds pretty tanky on his own, so SvenHunterz, they're gonna have to really pick their targets in this fight, because a lot of them are gonna withstand a lot of pain. We see a Broodmother and a Nature's Prophet ban a moment ago by NTH. I was talking before about auto bans, and Nature's Prophet used to be one of those, and now he's banned phase 2, so not going to see him this game. Gyrocopter banned by SvenHunterz. Gyrocopter, we've seen carry be such a strong carry. He gets that nice AoE damage that is just so painful once he picks up something, that gives him a good damage boost. He can be a force. You get a Manta style on him. You get that great homing missile stun. Yeah, Gyro's not someone you want to mess with if you don't have to, and SvenHunterz will not have to. So we currently need some sort of hard support on no Tidehunter, a Tinker ban now. We don't really have a mid hero either. So Gyro could have been the mid hero, Tinker could have been the mid hero. That's maybe why we see SvenHunterz banning out those heroes, because no Tidehunter doesn't have anyone to go mid at the moment. Lone Druid is a good solo side. Darkseer is a good solo side. So Darkseer is going to have to pair with someone here. We've seen an Enigma ban now by no Tidehunter. I don't know that they were at risk, though, of fighting an Enigma. Chen is going to be a jungler. Enigma is as well a jungler. He can lane, but you don't really want to. You really want to put him in the jungle. Make him, keep him relatively safe, relatively away from from battle, and let another hero get some solo experience. And now we see a Rubik ban, so that's still a mid hero needed by no Tidehunter. We could see a Queen. We see a Jackro pick up now. Jackro possibly going mid. He can mid, but he's more likely to be seen in a tri-lane situation. So we maybe still need a mid hero for no Tidehunter. We could see someone like a Queen of Pain. She has good bursting damage. She has that blink, good initiation, or good follow-up initiation anyway from the Queen of Pain. So she could be an okay pick, especially because there is a bit of a damage deficit right now. Templar and Luna do incredible damage, and Lone Druid can really get out there and do a lot of damage. But Undying, Darkseer, Jackro, they don't do a ton. Darkseer, his Ion Shell can do a lot of damage. His Wall of Replicate can absolutely do damage if he can grab people like Templar and Luna. Jackro's Macro Pyre can do a ton of damage if they sit on top of it, but why would you? Right now there's one disable, though Darkseer could use his Vacuum to pull people on top of Jackro's Icy Path and Macro Pyre combination. We could see something like that. A Lucky Entangle from Lone Druid's Bear could absolutely help out with keeping people in the Macro Pyre, but that's very unreliable. That's very unreliable damage because it's in one spot, one relatively narrow spot. Admittedly a long line, but relatively narrow. Clockwork can now pick up. Rattletrap is a pickup. We haven't seen a ton of Clockwork, recently, but he is a hero that definitely has a lot of potential, especially if you pair him up with someone like Luna or someone like with Templar. Again, having slows and stuns. Let's Clockwork kind of get on top of people and position his cogs properly, land his little mini stuns effectively. So we see a Shadow Demon pickup then from no Tidehunter. So Shadow Demon and Darkseer will be providing many illusions to this battle. So while they don't have, they being Tidehunter in this case, don't have a lot of right-click damage on their team, if they can create some illusions of Luna and Templar Assassin, more likely Luna, we will be seeing good damage returned. Perhaps Darkseer will consider picking up an Aghanim's Scepter or something similar. You know, turn Luna's damage not only against her, but turn more of her damage against her and her team.
5 seconds remaining.
And not a lot of strength heroes either on SvenHunterz, so the Undying's Decay is going to be very, very devastating early game. Taking away 4 strength from each hero will really hurt some people. And Crystal Maiden now pick up. SvenHunterz definitely needed another good support hero to kind of support their strong carries. So Crystal is a good pickup. Crystal Maiden's a solid pickup, I think, from SvenHunterz. She brings another disable to the group. She brings a slow. She gets good mana regeneration. Someone like Clockwork could use the mana regen. And a big AoE ult if necessary, if deemed necessary. So we're going to be jumping into the game in just a second here. But again, these are two teams I'm not super familiar with. I know they are I know they are prominent. I mean, no Tidehunter, one DreamHack. I'm aware of that. SvenHunterz I'm not too familiar with, as I mentioned before. But I'm confident that this will be a strong game. These are some interesting hero pickups. Hero pickups we don't often necessarily see. People like Crystal Maiden, not the most common hero pickup, and someone like Clockwork is a fun hero to watch. So anyway, while this game is paused, let's take a look at who's playing who. Because again, I'm not too familiar, so I'd like to get acquainted with these players as well. So for SvenHunterz, we're gonna have Chu playing the Templar Assassin. We're gonna have Quix playing the Chen, Wern on the Clockwork, Blueberry Ninja gonna be playing that beautiful, beautiful Crystal Maiden, and Audio playing Luna. So now over here on No Tidehunterz, we have Eternal Envy playing the Shadow Demon, who is currently smoked up with his buddies. S4 on the Darkseer. The Spirit Bear played by the Spirit Bear. Admiral Bulldog playing the Lone Druid, who's going to be controlling that Spirit Bear. Aki playing the Jack Hero, and Lod playing the Undying. So that smoke wears off of all those people right now, and that Luna's not going to get caught. If she had stuck a little closer in lane, she may have gotten seen, and that could have been real bad for SvenHunterz, but it wasn't real bad in the end. It was not real bad at all. So good on them. We could be seeing Crystal Maiden sticking her neck out here. I hope not. She drops a ward instead, a nice little Shadow Demon ward, and doesn't get seen. I always like those early game battles, those pre-creep fights. Very entertaining.
The battle begins.
So, real quick, I'm gonna adjust a setting here. Nah, actually, my sound is okay. All right. Anyway. So on the bottom right now, we have Luna chilling on bottom, and there are currently there's a tri-lane going on down there with the Undying, the Jack Hero, and the Shadow Demon. So this could be a little frightening for dear Luna, because no, she does not get caught. I thought she might have gotten caught by the Shadow Demon, but she did not. Luna's gonna have Crystal Maiden backing her up. Chen, of course, chilling out in the jungle. Templar Assassin is going to be going mid against the Darkseer. So Darkseer mid, not a super common pickup there. The Darkseer mid is to allow Lone Druid to get his solo side lane and then a tri-lane on bottom. So Darkseer mid is kind of interesting. Darkseer is a great hero in pretty much any lane. But we don't often see him in mid. We usually see him on the solo side. But Lone Druid he's more effective in that solo side lane. So, No Tidehunter opts to put Darkseer in center. I'm curious to see how Templar Assassin is going to deal with this, because her refraction, of course, based on number of hits, not damage or anything like that. So a well-placed Ion Shell will be very effective at turning down Templar Assassin's refraction and let Darkseer deal some real damage. And look at that. Now the refraction is going to drop there. It is in just a second. The refraction is going to go down just a few seconds, and it goes away with an ion shell placed next to it. So it's going to be real hard, I think, for the Templar Assassin to get good last hits and good ganking ability. She's going to have a hell of a time against that Darkseer. So real intelligent play by No Tidehunter, putting Darkseer in center against Templar Assassin. Other heroes great against Templar include Pudge with his Rot, and Jakiro with his Dual Breath, and Liquid Fire. So we've got Jakiro now sneaking around, maybe going to try to pick up a kill on the Luna. Luna gets stunned by the Icy Breath, and she got some strength stolen as well from her from the Undying, and Luna running through the forest here, trying to lose someone. I don't know what kind of a play that was. She should have probably just kept running forward and hoped for the best, but really, I don't think there was a shot of her getting out of that, and Undying picks up the first kill of the game and the kill on the Luna. So Luna's going to have to head back to the bottom with her tail between her legs, because Undying and Jakiro picking up a nice little combination there. Undying nearly level 4. Jakiro flying out into the jungle, kind of maybe looking for Chen, looking to see what's going on. Trying to catch Luna out of position here. She's sitting at level 1. She has her Lunar Blessing up, so no stun. She probably wishes she had that stun right there when she got ganked, but she did not, and that's going to be that. So Chen smokes up with Crystal Maiden and his Troll Warlord. So the three of them are going to be holding hands and skipping up to the top lane, trying to kill this lone Druid Admiral Bulldog. And they might just be successful if they can get a good net from the Dark Troll Warlord on. And if Clockwork doesn't give away their little plan here. So from behind, here comes the Troll Warlord with his 1175 HP. There's the net, and there's a Clockwork cog. That is going to be a dead Lone Druid. So again, Clockwork, very effective with a stun, able to just kind of waltz up and use those cogs. So he will be pairing well with someone like Luna, and he'll be pairing well, I believe, with someone like the Chen. So I missed it here, but Templar did pick up the kill on Darkseer in center. So Darkseer maybe got a little bit greedy, maybe pushed up a little bit when he didn't need to. But he's going to go right back to it. He really wants that kill. Darkseer wants to get revenge on Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin's refraction is going to go down, and I think it has a couple more hits, but there it goes. It actually runs out of time. And we're seeing some aggressive play here from both teams. SvenHunterz pushing onto this top tower, trying to take it out with 3 heroes and a little buddy from Chen. And at the same time, No Tidehunter trying to take out this bottom tower with a siege engine, and they managed to. So bottom tower drops and top tower drops now for the No Tidehunter. So each team picking up a single tower kill. And whereas SvenHunterz is ahead in terms of number of kills, they did not get the first blood, so it's going to even out in just a tad. Darks are going to back away now. Does not want to get caught out of position again and let that Templar Assassin get another kill. She has her phase boots sitting in the stash. She just has to get them to her. And No Tidehunter is going to continue with the aggression, continue pushing down this bottom lane, and it's just going to be Luna at the moment looking to defend that bottom tower. And she's sitting at a measly 209 HP, so if No Tidehunter continues to push, Luna is going to be in a lot of trouble, especially with Undying in that lane, able to take her 200 HP and drop it down even farther. So that's going to be a rough time there for SvenHunterz. Now Darkseer farming up that stack that Lone Druid may have been so kind to put together. Lone Druid as well, turning into the jungle, only sitting at level 3, or I'm sorry, level 5 at the moment, against the level 5 Clockwork.
Rock it on.
So Luna is back up to full HP, not quite as at risk of getting killed as before. Darkseer and Jakiro getting caught now, or perhaps catching some people in the jungle. Darkseer is actually going to end up... Oh, is he going to die? No, he does not get away. Templar Assassin with a nice little swing with the side blades there. Putting down Darkseer. Jakiro escaping with his life, as is Crystal Maiden. But Darkseer, sadly, is no longer with us. He is dropped thanks to the Templar Assassin and a nice little stun from the Crystal Maiden. So, good play by SvenHunterz, not being intimidated by the DreamHack winning No Tidehunter, but perhaps they will. Perhaps they will learn to be intimidated in a little while as the Undying and Jackro continue to push on the bottom lane, wanting to get that tier 2 tower. Admiral Bulldog and his friendly little bear defending this tier 2 top tower as the creep wave has pushed it all the way back. Darkseer kind of heading onto bottom. He's got that surge up. Take a look at net worth right now. We've got Undying on top with 3,600 gold. The Templar Assassin is just below him with 3,200 gold. And looks like Undying might be trying to take an even greater lead with net worth, and he might be looking to in a second here because a team fight could be imminent if no Tidehunter continues to push onto this bottom tower. Crystal Maiden with a little Frost Nova there, Crystal Nova. No Lich in this game. So, Undying pulling some strength and attempting to anyway, but failing. And this tier 2 tower could be taking a lot of damage in just a second. Because no Tidehunter has snuck past the tower and killed the lane, allowing this the siege creep to attack the tower at will. So this tier 2 tower is going to be hurting in just a moment from no Tidehunter. But, oh, maybe not. Perhaps not. SvenHunterz pushing forward in an attempt to defend this tower. And they're going to succeed at pushing back the Jackaro and the Undying and the Shadow Demon. But the Shadow Demon has not quite left the jungle yet. He's still hanging out here. Unfortunately for SvenHunterz, they do not have a ward looking on. If they did, they would have seen the Shadow Demon out of position and snuck over to him. But alas, he gets away, or he is going to be getting away. Right now he wants to stack this creep camp a little bit. Perhaps for some Darkseer farming. So we see a smoke up now activated by SvenHunterz on the Clockwork, the Chen, his Ursa Warrior friend, and the Crystal Maiden. They might be looking for a kill. The Lone Druid is by himself up here farming in the jungle. He's got a recipe for his Hand of Midas coming in at 8 minutes. Probably he'll have it by 9. Darkseer, oh no, Darkseer, you're at such low HP and you're in the jungle trying to farm up as much as you can. Oh wow, I can't believe he snuck away. He got hit by a flare. Oh wow, beautiful, beautiful. Little hook shot there by Warren. Poor Darkseer not getting away. And now the Undying getting caught by the Templar Assassin, but he does steal some health from her and she's forced to back away. So that was some nice little seeking out there by the SvenHunterz. But no Tidehunter turning this around a little bit. Chen is not going to, oh no, he does escape. Crystal Maiden was just killed. Not the Chen, so Chen teleports out just in time. Crystal Maiden getting killed by the Lone Druid and his friendly bear. Templar Assassin hiding now, melding into the forest, getting hit by a dual breath from Jack Hero. We could be seeing a dead, oh geez, we could be seeing a very dead Templar Assassin. Oh, maybe not. She times that escape very well. Darkseer now trying to get a kill on the Templar Assassin. I don't know if she will, because Clockwork, though, gets a kill on the Lone Druid. So Lone Druid actually ends up getting away. I'm sorry. Clockwork tried to get a kill on the Lone Druid, but failed. He got the nice cogs in, but he was not strong enough to deal any real damage to that hero or his allies. So now Lone Druid has his Hand of Midas on the way. That'll up his farm tremendously. So once that farm is really bolstered, currently he's sitting at 1,900 net worth, not very high, but soon I imagine it is going to be at the top of the charts, and he will be a force to reckon with. Probably the strongest carry in this game. Perhaps Luna is you know, she has potential as well to carry with her moon glaives. Those glaives can become a real nuisance once her damage is high enough, but at the moment it's not. She's going to be having a magic wand on her in just a second. And Lone Druid is looking to get real tough. He's level 9. I believe he's going to be the second highest in the game. No, he is the highest, actually, with Templar Assassin. I thought Templar maybe had leveled a little more. But no, Templar Assassin and Lone Druid. And now Darkseer joining their ranks as the level 9 posse of the game. Clockwork taking a look, seeing what's going on in the Roshan pit. Nothing interesting at all, Clockwork finds out. So Luna is going to be going up against this naked Undying. It's a very bizarre looking character model without anything on him. A lot of the stuff he wears, I guess, is just armor. So yeah, it's an interesting looking Undying. Darkseer picks up a kill on Clockwork. And now Lone Druid and Templar are going to be fighting it out in mid. Looks like Darkseer cornered the Clockwork into this jungle. Got a nice ion shell on him and a vacuum. So no Tidehunter still wants this tier 2 bottom tower that SvenHunterz holds dearly. And they just might get it this time. They attempted it last time. They attempted to cut off the creep camp over here, the creep wave, or rather, but it did not work out. This time, they're maybe a little more confident. Though, SvenHunterz wants to make them feel less confident. And they may succeed. They may succeed in defending that. Looking for a bit of a stack again.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So we have 3 level 10 heroes now. Jakiro and a Shadow Demon expectedly behind in terms of levels, but that is not too surprising. They're very hard support. And both heroes are pretty effective right out of the gate. So we see a pickup here of Liquid Fire and Dual Breath. Both of those great for taking out Templar Assassin. Once her Refraction starts to get beat up, or rather wants to stack damage over time on it, it drops very fast. And Jakiro is going to be an expert at doing that. Between Jakiro and a nice Ion Shell, that Templar Assassin, her Refraction is not going to last very long. Darkseer now picking up a Haste Rune. Not letting the Templar Assassin bottle those runes like she was early game, but now she is not. Luna still has that magic wand in her stash. Maybe waiting for a bit of a tougher item pickup before she sends that on over. So Darkseer has really been taking the lead here in terms of items, in terms of, rather, experience. He's really farming up incredibly well. I'm curious to see what he's going to pick up. He's currently sitting on 2,100 gold. Templar has her Blink Dagger. So DK actually being maxed out first from Undying, perhaps for a stronger pushing power. DK is, as he's been using, pretty okay at pushing lanes down. And gives him a very, very long buff. 40 seconds on the strength buff now. And we only see 1 soul rip, so... Interesting build from the Undying, going for that max DK first. Perhaps a soul rip may be a little better. His team doesn't have the greatest damage potential, in terms of burst damage, and soul rip could be kind of a... Soul rip could be a remedy for that, but I don't know. Perhaps they'd rather have something else. But right now, a team fight is what they're getting. Crystal Maiden finishes off Darkseer, and there's an ultimate from the Crystal Maiden. That's going to be hurting the Jakiro and the Shadow Demon quite a bit. Undying teleports in mid to try to finish off Crystal Maiden, and Lone Druid ends up getting the kill. They have to run through the Darkseer's wall, though, in order to do it, but I don't know if that's going to be something that bothers them. So a nice block with the cogs from the Clockwork, not letting Undying chase him farther. So Undying, perhaps the maxing decay is giving him enough strength buffs to steal a bunch of strength, switch lanes, and still have the buff. That's what we saw there. He had 2 strength buffs from the Luna. So that's an 8 strength bonus, and then he got into the fight, and he was pretty beefed up. So maybe the maxing decay is a pretty okay thing. Maybe it's more effective than a lot of people see, because we don't see a lot of max decay, but who knows. Undying is kind of a hero who you can max any of his skills first, and it's probably okay. Tombstone, very effective when maxed, very great for pushing and counter pushing. Soul Rip becomes a great nuke or heal when maxed out. Decay is great with 1 level, or as we're seeing here with 4. It boosts his mana cost by quite a bit. But he's got mana boots and a Ring of Basilius, you know, and he's going to have a Pipe of Insight in a second, which gives him a nice team fight boost. So Undying is a great team fight hero, and he's gonna be a pain, I think, for SvenHunterz for the rest of this game. So Templar Assassin with a nice blink and a Templar Assassin kill on the Darkseer. So
the temple cannot protect itself.
This tier 1 middle tower might be about to fall.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You know, ever since Clockwork got a nice buff from his cogs, you don't need to see more than 1 level in it. It got a nice duration buff. Templar Assassin finishes off Shadow Demon. Clockwork getting finished off by Undying. He was just slowed so much, and look at all this strength being stolen. That's a crazy amount of strength. He's sitting at 1200 HP right now, doing 98 base damage. And he's going to hang on to that, I think, into this tower push. And he's actually going to try to get some more. He gets another 4 from the Crystal Maiden, who's down to a measly 682 max HP with a Bracer. And Undying, oh no, once these strengths run out, if he is still alive, he's not going to be alive much longer. Drops to 200 HP. And those two are going to run out simultaneously, dropping him back down to 230 HP. But the Templar Assassin getting caught from a nice Icy Path from Jacaro. And now SvenHunterz forcing some buybacks on their own team. Oh, but Clockwork with a nice hook shot and a Cogs. The Ice Path from Jacaro is not going to be enough. Templar Assassin is getting pretty beefy right now. As suspected, though, the Lone Druid has taken the lead in terms of farm. He's just in the jungle, farming up everything he can. He's sitting currently at 8,000 net worth. Templar Assassin with a kill. Luna with a kill, though, in return. And Luna and Templar are competing to see who can be the best carry for SvenHunterz. Right now, Templar Assassin is winning that. She has her Blink Dagger, Phase Boots, and a fully charged Magic Wand. And Undying is about to experience all the pain that he's been causing now. Templar Assassin has the invisibility rune. She might be going on to the Undying if she can see him. And she does. Clockwork as well. We're looking maybe for a Clockwork initiation. No, it's 23 seconds on the hook shot. So I think Undying was maybe fearing the hook shot, backed out early, and that was smart by him. He wouldn't have seen the hook shot, but he would have gotten caught by the Templar. A nice blink and burst damage. And we're gonna see NTH going in for the Roshan perhaps. Taking out these wards first. Though they don't see that one. Oh no, they don't see the one on the hill up top. So SvenHunterz are maybe gonna go on to no Tidehunter in the Roshan pit. They surely suspect it, not only after that kill, but then after the with the ward. And the Lone Druid is pretty high in damage. He's got his Radiance. So that bear is doing pretty okay damage. And SvenHunterz actually not going after the Roshan pickup. So that Roshan kill is just going to be an easy take for no Tidehunter. SvenHunterz is going to take that tower in exchange, but I don't know if that's an even trade. The Lone Druid is going to have his Aegis of the Immortal, and he's going to have a nice bounty of gold for his team. Shadow Demon dropping from Luna, and Undying picking up 2 kills against the Chen and the Clockwork. Lone Druid grabs the Aegis of the Immortal, though. So that was a very big win for no Tidehunter. It's just been the Icy Path from Jacaro landing on 2, 3, 4 heroes at a time. A nice Soul Catcher from Shadow Demon. And he just uses his Disruption, if he wants, on someone like Luna, and suddenly the damage that she's doing, which is not a ton at the moment, but he can turn that around onto her real quick. So all of this area damage from guys like Darkseer with his wall or his Ion Shell. Lone Druid now picks up a kill on the Crystal Maiden. The Undying with his Max Decay giving him such high strength. Mixing that with the Pipe of Insight really nerfs Luna's damage along with Crystal Maiden's. So it's just right now basically for no Tidehunter a bevy of utility and a bevy of area spells, mostly coming from Jacaro, but also coming from the Undying and the Darkseer. So no Tidehunter has to continue being aggressive though, because if they don't win the early game, if they aren't able to win this game in the next maybe 10 minutes, they're gonna have hell to deal with from Luna and Templar Assassin. So while Lone Druid is very strong, I don't know that he can take a Templar and a Luna. It's gonna be hard for him to do both, especially when a Templar Assassin can blink in and take out Jacaro or Darkseer or Shadow Demon in 1 or 2 swings, and a Luna will be able to just stun the whole team, and then once her damage is high enough, her Moonglaves are gonna be hitting everyone. So no Tidehunter is currently winning, but they are going to have to actually win. Stop winning and just win, you know, in the next few minutes. So unexpectedly, they are 10,000 experience and about 8,000, 9,000 gold ahead of SvenHunterz. The SvenHunterz are not out of it. Chen actually smokes up with his Ursa Warrior. Undying all by himself up here. A nice initiation from Clockwork. And Undying is trying to do what he can to turn this around. He's a very beefy hero, but he's not beefy enough. His Tombstone is going to deal a bit of damage to Chen and the Crystal Maiden, but no, Chen has his global heal and he has a mechanism, so... I know, here comes a Darkseer trying to get some kills here. Maybe Darkseer will get a kill on Chen. We'll see. No, nice freeze by the Crystal Maiden. Now Chen is going to run away. Chen sends his buddy back, and Chen does die. So Darkseer is able to sneak in here 3v1 and pick up a kill and make the rest of the team flee. So good play by Darkseer, avenging a kill on his friend. But a Chen death doesn't mean much. Chen's got his mechanism. Chen has his Hand of God. No levels in Petence. I don't know why I've struggled with pronunciation there. I have no idea. I have no idea, but I apologize. So, Clockwork and Crystal Maiden now teaming up on the bottom, looking maybe for a kill on the Lone Druid, though I don't think that they will be able to. Lone Druid is so tanky, and he has that Aegis of the Immortal, so the Radiant team are going to want to get that Aegis away or just avoid a team fight until it goes away. Whereas no Tidehunter, the Dire side, are going to want to force a team fight, I think, before that Aegis runs out, because it does run out in 6 minutes from pickup. So it's currently been, I believe, 3 minutes. So it's going to be pretty close here for a for the Aegis. If no Tidehunter are going to want to put that to use, or if they're content enough with the experience and gold picked up from a Roshan kill, though, you might as well get more out of it than that, you know, with that Aegis of the Immortal dropping. So expect a team fight forced from no Tidehunter here momentarily. Perhaps at this tower they've struggled getting it. They've tried getting it a few times now, so the team is currently grouped up on bottom. Sans Darkseer. Maybe they are going to try to take that tower. Clockwork missing his initiation, missing the hook shot on Darkseer. That would have been a dead Darkseer, but now it's not. Darkseer is going to join his comrades on bottom and try to get this tier 2 tower. Let's see if he does, because I think that right now SvenHunter is, as a team, are out of position. We're going to have some TPs going down. Luna looking for that BKB as well. Templar Assassin wanting that BKB. So that bottom tier tower does not stand a chance with the Lone Druid down there. And no Tidehunter might just continue pushing into this, into the base, go for the tier 3 tower. Whereas SvenHunter, they're kind of grouping like they're going to go for this tier 2 mid tower, but they really just have to go home and defend, because this is going to drop so fast. There's the Pipe of Insight pickup. Clockwork trying to whittle away the Pipe of Insight on the no Tidehunter team. Lone Druid, though, killing that tower. Lone Druid is just so strong at this point. Clockwork trying to grab more than one person. He ends up grabbing 3. And Templar Assassin doing some massive damage to Luna as well, but a Hand of God from Chen might let them defend this tower. We see a buy-in now. We see a buy-in from Templar Assassin, because guess what? Nobody on no Tidehunter is dropped. There's a triple kill. Lone Druid is just so strong. He went unchecked for so long, and SvenHunter is GGing out. The problem here was Lone Druid was just unchecked for the entirety of this game. He got a Hand of Midas and then jungled. And then now look at him. He's got, what else? I mean, what else does he need? He's got the Radiance. He's got a Hyperstone, just about an Assault Cuirass. And he has 4,200 gold hanging out. So no Tidehunter wants to scrim with SvenHunterz. And no Tidehunter, again, winning the Dream Hack and showing why. They're a very effective team here. Very effective play here, very effective farming. And a lot of it was just, honestly, SvenHunter not respecting the Lone Druid enough. They let Lone Druid farm up all by his lonesome, just chilling in the jungle the whole time with the Hand of Midas. And when he finally showed up, he was too much for anyone on the SvenHunterz to deal with. So, excellent play by no Tidehunter, and some good play as well by SvenHunterz, but a an unfortunate oversight with the Lone Druid gave the game to no Tidehunter. So, congratulations to them. That gives them a win here in their group. And I can only suspect that they will continue to see the success, though. Again, if they really put a lot of eggs in the basket of the Lone Druid. If Lone Druid got caught, the game would have likely turned out differently, because they wouldn't have any of that end game strength. So there's the Lone Druid carry win for no Tidehunter. But, you know, I don't want to give it all to the Lone Druid. We saw some good play from Undying, good play from Jackaro and Darkseer. So all around, some excellent play from No Tidehunter, and a strong effort by SvenHunterz as well. So check it out. Check out the channel, Real Pig Masks on YouTube. Check it out. Subscribe. Thank you.